So guys, Keith Thurman said, I said you won't see the best version of me. This is what Keith Thurman had to say. I'm on my laptop just looking at the boxing scene article, and this is what Thurman had to say. He goes, my hand took some contact tonight. Lopez had a tough head, but we held out strong. I said you wouldn't see the best Keith Thurman tonight, but you'd still see a world-class performance, and I gave you that tonight. So Thurman obviously didn't look great in the fight. He was almost very close to being stopped in the 7th round. He said before the fight, a lot of people think that there's excuses. He was already making excuses that his performance wasn't going to be that good. So he said you won't see the best Thurman tonight. But, obviously he's going to say the injury that he had for 2 years didn't make any difference to him. And to be honest, early on, I thought, whoa, he looked sharp. And he dropped Lopez. And I thought, you know what, this might be a short night. Thurman looks really good. But as the fight wore on, you could clearly see that Thurman's output wasn't as much. He was cautious throwing his punches. And, I don't know whether his hand, elbow, whatever injury it was. Because, you know what, although there's been a lot of rumours that it was elbow, it might have been, he then said that his left hand was hurt as well. And that's why he was out last year. He's had severe injuries, which has kept him out. And when I said this, that, when somebody's injured for so long, even a year, if you've been plagued with injury for a year, sometimes when you come back, you're not the same person. This guy's been out for 22 months. So you can imagine, how whether his body's the same, whether when he went in the ring, he was able to perform the way he did previously. Early on, he looked very good. He looked very sharp. He looked very fast. And I thought it was going to be a early night. But as the fight wore on, you could clearly see that, Thurman was getting tired. Obviously, the layoff doesn't help that, but he slowed down significantly. And his punches didn't have the same snap they did when they were early on in the fight. So that's worrying. Was that to do with the injury that he had? Is he confident, throwing at full throttle with the injuries that he sustained? I don't know. Only he knows that. But on that performance, and when we look at the top guys in the division like Thurman and Spence, you probably have to say Spence and Crawford. You probably have to say Spence and Crawford beat him convincingly. And Spence could really hurt him. I think Crawford outboxes him and probably stops him. But I think Spence would really hunt Thurman down and hurt him. And I actually think Spence hits very good body shots, and I don't think Thurman likes it to the body. And also, when Spence goes at the head, he's a lot more powerful than Lopez. And Lopez had Thurman in serious trouble. In that 7th round, it looked like Thurman was about to be stopped. It looked like the referee was about to jump in. So, I don't know about Keith Thurman. I don't know what he's got left. Hopefully, he can make a good recovery. Hopefully, the injuries didn't have any impact on his performance. He said it didn't, but, obviously, I think when you're as a fighter, that's what you're going to say, right? But I don't know. His performance, especially to the latter part, didn't look great. He didn't look himself. Early on, he was very sharp. He looked good. But, later on in the fight, he didn't look very good at all. I do think, right now, I would probably say Spence and Crawford are the best welterweights in the world. Thurman, I don't even know if he beats Porter on that performance. I don't even know if he beats Porter. I think Pacquiao probably beats him. Thurman has slipped down the pack for me. He's going to have to come in and put in an impressive performance against one of the top guys for people to start believing in him again, because that performance wasn't very convincing, It was a very close fight against a guy that you would probably say he just scrapes in top 10, if most people might even have him outside the top 10, So it wasn't an impressive performance at all. And when you see the talent in the welterweight division, you'd have to say that those top guys probably on that performance beat Thurman. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. What do you make of Thurman saying that you wouldn't have seen the best Thurman or best version of him? But do you think this is now what Keith Thurman is, or do you think he'll improve moving forward? Or do you think that injuries have ruined his career? Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.